What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. Bang. So I'm not in the lab. I'm not in the fucking pad right now. Again, running errands. I'm waiting in the car. I was going through comments and stuff, right? And I saw where somebody by the name of Albie left a comment. And in the comments, Albie said something along the lines of, and maybe I'll try to edit it in, right? But Albie said something along the lines of, excuse me, how do you feel about, and I'm going to just say what he said. How do you feel about so-called sureños like Lefty Gunplay drinking and kicking it with Crips? And he said, I don't think the legends would approve of that, basically. And could I do a video about it? Here I am, Albie. And I wanted to do this video because I'm sure a lot of people think like Albie does. And no disrespect to you, Albie. I don't know you. I don't know where you've been. I don't know if you've done time, and if you have, who you've done time around. But when you throw the so-called on Lefty because you don't like something that he's doing, I don't think that's right. From my understanding, the vato has put in work in prison. Obviously, he's put in work for his neighborhood, but he's put in work in prison. And I don't think it's right. I don't know if you have. And I'm not calling you into question, but for anybody who has never performed under the gun, under the threat of death, and still went out there and did their thing, I don't think it's right for anybody to try to comment on it or try to smut up somebody else's character solely based on the fact that they don't like something that they're saying or doing, right? The person or people that will make the decision on whether or not somebody is or isn't something, those guys believe that they know their job and they'll take care of their job. Now, as far as drinking with a Crip, this video, I'm going to use another term that I never use. But apparently, maybe you haven't seen all of my videos, obviously. Because if you had, you would know the story I'm about to tell you. I remember when I hit Pelican Bay Shoe the very first time. There was an OG, a black dude. He was BGF. I don't use these terms, but for this video, I feel I have to. So this dude, his name was Bambari. I believe he was out of Oakland. Very, very cool and respectful individual. I personally was told by the legends. We went to the law library, and there was I think 6 of them in my building at the time. Well, not my building, in their building. I happen to be housed in C4. And I went to law library, and one of the legends, and this is one of the legendary legends, that a name that has been associated with that organization, their organization, for many decades, right? And he asked me, hey, what pod are you in? And I told him, I believe I was in E-pod at the time. And he goes, orale. He goes, hey, that Africano, Bambari, he's right there with you, right? I said, yeah, he's right above me. He said, hey, homie, that's a solid vato right there. If he ever needs anything, make sure you get it to him, all right? If you got it, make sure he got it. If he needs anything. He said, I've been through wars with that vato. He's a good dude. Let that sink in, everybody. Everybody, the small amount of people that small mindset, racist. You know, that's what they like to always yell. This is a legend acknowledging another legend from a different faction with honor and saying it in front of everybody. That's a solid fucking dude. We went through war together. You know what I'm saying? We battled each other, and that's a very good dude. Now, in our pod, there was always a batch of wine going. And about once a week, vatos in the pod that drank were offered wine. And let me tell you right now, Bambari didn't drink often. Not everybody in there drank. I never drank. Never drank with them. I only drank one time in the CDC. That's when I first got there. But I remember, I want to say it was Cinco de Mayo. And Cinco de Mayo 1997. And everybody was offered at least one cup to enjoy the celebration. Again, I didn't drink. And this is what occurred. People were drinking, and every cell was going to sing a song, right? And so, you know, of course, the raza were singing, you know, every cell, each cell sang an oldie. There was no, you know, super singing ass dudes in there, but it wasn't about that. It was acknowledging the day, celebrating, and enjoying it. And I remember Bambari was drinking with the raza, southern raza, northern raza. He was drinking. Nobody had a problem with it. None of the legends had a problem with it. And when it came to Bambari's cell, I remember him laughing. And he said, I'm not going to sing a song, but I will do this. And I remember him saying, Viva la raza, puro mexica. This man said that, a BGF, showing mad love and respect to the raza, period. So, this is why I wanted to do this video, eh? You know, there's people, and I'm not saying I'm not singling you out. I'm just, you asked the question, so that's why your name comes up right now. But I think that people that maybe did time in level 3s or lower, or, you know, I don't know. I can't call it. But I think vatos that were never around legends assume they know what the legends dictate. And why that is because they're around other vatos who had never been around them. Or they were around a vato who was, but that vato was a snake. And he wants to paint a picture as if the time that he did was so fucking savage that I don't know, it's kind of like the Wes Watson effect, you know. Instead of the truth is bad enough. If you've ever done time in any correctional facility, I'm gonna say anywhere. California is ruthless, right? But I'm not gonna act like other prison systems in other states don't have their ruthless facilities, right? So when you tell a story about a day in the life of being a convict, of doing time in a maximum security prison, believe it's bad enough. The truth is bad enough. There's no reason to add salsa on the tacos. It really fucks up. It ruins people's ability to believe anything you say. You know, when people get caught in a lie, it's like, at least for me, if somebody gets caught in a lie around me, I don't believe nothing they say after that. I don't even waste my time on it. It's not even worth it. Because why lie? To me, lying is coward shit. Are there times where people, like, you know, they say there's two people in your life that you lie to without hesitation. Do I agree? Not necessarily, but the cops and your old lady. They say those are only two people you're gonna lie to, like without hesitation. That's kind of fucked up, right? I'm watching some cholos drive on a go-kart right now. I'm in a golf cart down the street. Santa Barbara's different, eh? What the fuck? Anyways, and this is my opinion, eh? And anyone in the comment section, if you've done time in the shoe and you've been around, I'm sure you can acknowledge that what I'm saying is factual. The shoe is a miserable place, man. When it was in effect, it was miserable. And so people take whatever opportunities they can to enjoy themselves. They're going to take advantage of that. But this whole, like, so back to the original question, I did the video, and whoever Lefty Gunplay decides to drink with, that's his business. Why is it that a vato, a raza from Southern California can't have a beer with a Crip or a Blood or a Kumi or anybody else? They're not discussing business as far as political shit, spilling the beans. They're men enjoying a beer, chopping it up, having a good time, living life, networking. Could be future opportunities from stuff like this. So I don't see any problem with it. I wouldn't even. Now, I probably shouldn't say this, but I know Lefty had and I think he was playing. Lefty Gunplay had said that he wanted he would run a fade with Rowdy Rax or something like that. So I had to look up who is Rowdy Rax. That vato can rap, but why is every other word the N-word? That right there is more concerning to me than a vato being himself. And I'm not saying that Rowdy Rax isn't being himself. I'm a dinosaur. You know, when I hear raza using that word, it's just like, why? Why? This is why there are a lot of black men and women who say raza is stealing their style. They can't create their own style. They're stealing it. Do I agree with that? No. But when I hear somebody using that word, every other word, or at least 30 times in one rap song, it's like, damn, man, that vato does look like he's trying to steal their culture. But I'm saying that to say that to me is more concerning than a dude having a beer with somebody. If the legends, and they speak for themselves, I don't speak for them at all, and neither does anyone else. Each of them is an individual. They speak for themselves. But I would assume if there's an issue or a problem that they would, I don't want to say issue. Those of you in prison know that's a heavy word. If there's a problem that they would have with anybody conducting themselves in any way, it would be over somebody using the N-word rather than somebody having a beer. But that's my video for today. Hopefully I can get it out in a minute. Everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them. I'm out.